Welcome to Teacher T's Interceptor Special. Today we have something truly exceptional for you, a Royal Enfield Interceptor that's undergone a remarkable transformation. Meet Robert, the ingenious mind behind these unique modifications. With his background in engineering, he's taken this Interceptor to new heights. A 2-in-1 exhaust, Brembo brakes, and a belt drive, to name but a few.
Royal Enfield, they have a phrase, make it yours. And you've definitely made it yours.
One of the first mods I made was the braking system. I was not happy with the brakes, budget brakes. I come from a performance background and I really wanted something better. So one can approach braking as an incremental improvement. The first thing obviously is better pads in the stock caliper. Again, EBC HH I like, some good HH rated pads.
HH rated, yeah.
And the master cylinder. This is a Brembo RCS 15 it's called. The 15 means a 15 millimeter bore. As I recall, the stock one was 11 millimeters. And this has an adjustable ratio. So what that means is that, think of it like a lever and fulcrum. We can move the fulcrum point to change how the braking comes on and how it progressively comes on. Because it's a radial design, you have way better feel and you can control braking and modulate the braking right up to the point of the ABS nanny kicking in. It's a huge improvement.
Yeah.
But the biggest improvement of all on the brake was a 4-piston Brembo caliper, 34 millimeter, the big one, 20.2% greater piston area, and it's got a 10 millimeter diameter, larger diameter rotor from a Ducati.
Wow. A
bit of machine work to make that work. There's a few four specialized parts involved to fit it within the narrow yokes.
Yep.
But huge improvement.
Wow.
Huge improvement. I already discussed changing pads, and changing pads is a good budget intermediary step. It does improve the braking, but if you really want more brake torque, there's no way around larger piston area caliper and a greater diameter rotor. The rotor, in this case, is 10 millimeters larger. It's off a Ducati. And oddly enough, I had a Ducati at the time, and I looked at them both, and I thought, that'll fit on there. And lo and behold, it does. It's 10 millimeters, nothing special, standard Brembo Ducati rotor. But being greater diameter, it gives you a longer lever arm. So think if you're squeezing like a bicycle, you're squeezing it up here. It takes way less clamping force than if you were squeezing it down at the hub. So the further away you move is more brake torque.
Yep.
A Buell perimeter brake had a huge rotor and a caliper upside down like this.
Yep.
So more brake torque from the rotor and 20% greater piston area on this caliper.
Wow.
It's a 4-piston, 4-pot, 4-pad design. It's got triple bridge for rigidity. This was very high-end Brembo axial mount caliper before they went to radial mount. Ducati, Aprilia, the top-end bikes had this.
I did notice a difference when I was riding.
It's huge. It's huge.
It's huge. Yeah.
It's huge difference.
Yeah.
And ABS still works. In order to make it all fit, besides the obvious bracket, there's 4 machine parts to make everything fit within the confines of the narrow yokes. It's a bit tricky to get in there, but yeah, it's been on there for almost 3 years. I'm really happy with it. Cool. Really happy with it.
Cool.
At the end of the day, it's expensive.
Yeah. If you're passionate about motorbiking, then it costs money, right?
It's not so expensive when the pickup truck pulls out in front of you. Then it's money well spent.
Exactly. Which happens quite often here in Tottenham.
Oh, it's an everyday occurrence.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And we were going to talk about your handlebars.
Yeah. This was a pretty simple mod. UK bars. I like them. I didn't really care for the cross brace and the flimsy look of the old bars, and I didn't really care for just the position. It's each to his own. I like these off-the-shelf rental part.
Yeah.
Quality. Each to his own. I like them. So all in all, just a few mods, you know, a few little things I bought here in Thailand. Like these are dime a dozen, probably made in Thailand, copied from somewhere.
Yep.
You know, I think the fly screen I bought here, I think it's Thai.
And I'm just looking at your belt drive now, which is just completed a 1,800 kilometer trip. But how many kilometers do you say you've done on it now?
Probably 10,000. That's the very first one I made. I've made quite a few of them.
Yeah.
But that's the very first one I've ever made. Mm-hmm. This one has the teeth out.
Yes.
It's the only one teeth out because I was concerned about room. The newer ones have teeth in, so flange out. Well, aesthetically, some people prefer it. I'm happy with this one.
Yeah, no, it looks nice. It does look nice.
Yeah, and it's the first one. So, this fly screen I just bought locally. LED headlight.
Yeah, that's nice. Your LED headlight, I must admit, is nice.
For an old guy that doesn't ride at night.
But it's bright enough that people see you coming in the day, hopefully.
The whole point.
Yeah.
Yep, the whole point. This fork brace, the front fork brace is more a glorified mudguard mount. This is actually cross braced for torsion. It works a lot better. Yeah, just little things like that. It's a good all round. Oh, the front suspension. This has a YSS fork kit, it's called.
Yep.
Basically a spring, a cartridge emulator valve, and an adjustable cap. All this does is adjust preload. The spring you need to get made for your weight. Mm-hmm. YSS unfortunately only makes one range of spring, but you and I are both in the magic 80 kilogram bracket, so the spring works for us. It's 0.9 kilograms per millimeter, I believe. And the cartridge emulator valve.
Okay, and then there was your seat. Your seat looks quite special here.
What we've done there's a local seat guru. So I bought a medical gel pad from the UK. Mm-hmm. That's new foam. The gel pad is recessed into the foam, and a new shape made with some nice stitching. It's
really beautiful. It's really, really well done.
The guy's his name is Narong. He's really good. He's really good.
Looks good.
I see my cat's been at it, but
cats.
Well, starting with the small little things, like this is pretty rough from the factory. It's just a crudely painted part. All one needs to do is remove the paint, polish it up a bit, and it looks nice.
Okay.
So simple thing anybody can do.
Your tail light, yeah.
Yeah. That housing there.
Yeah.
But going from the back, I've put better EBC HH pads in the caliper. I don't really use the back brake a lot. I come from a sport bike background, so it's okay for what I use it for. Okay. But a huge improvement with this. YSS shocks, double adjustable reservoir style, tech pipe from the UK.
Okay.
I have the baffle in. I'm socially responsible.
Yes, it's a beautiful sounding exhaust, I must admit. It's not too noisy, not too in your face, but definitely loud enough to let people know that you're there. Well,
I like the 2-into-1, and I really like the weight saving. Okay. It's a lot lighter. Mm-hmm. Some people don't care for the look, and I prefer it. NGK Racing cable, simply because I didn't really like the stock ones.
Mm-hmm. Right, sorry, Robert, I'm making you kneel down, but it's to show off your wheel modification. That's your next mod, right? What are you going to do?
You know, when I make a 70-year-old man kneel down, it's not the kneeling down, it's the grunting and getting up that gets me. The wheel.
Yeah.
One of the things people don't like about these bikes is the wire spoke wheels and the tubeless tires. Mm-hmm. I've done it before. It's not a new idea, but these ones are tubeless.
They are. Wow.
Yep. The tire's already tubeless. The rim is tubeless. So all one has to do is keep the air from leaking out the nipple hole.
Yes.
Right? There's various ways on doing that. The internet's full of DIY fixes going back to the mid to late 80s. Okay. I use a Sika product, Sika 291. You can do a video on it one day, but basically it converts the wheels to tubeless. You do it yourself. A $20 tube of it will do 3 wheels. And you lose 950 grams, I think, per wheel, and it's weight from the most important part of the bike, that big gyroscopic effect.
Yeah.
It affects handling, and if you ever do get a flat, you just plug it just like the Super Meteor.
Yeah.
No mess. But one of the problems with the Interceptor is the wheel size. They're 18-inch, which limits your tire choice. My Bonneville has the same 18 front wheel, but it's got a 17 back wheel.
Okay, and that's what you got there.
This is a 17 rim that I'm going to lace to the old man grunting.
Sorry, Robert, sorry.
that I'm going to lace to the existing hub.
Yes.
So you use all existing parts, new wheel, new spokes. It's now a 4.5 by 17.
Yep.
0.2 inches shorter, I believe, than the stock tire. But it opens up the tire choice. Not like it's 17 on both ends, but it retains the classic look and way better tire choice. That'll be happening this week.
Okay, that's your next mod.
Yep.
Wow.
The next bit of hot rodding on this is an S&S 865 kit.
Wow.
With big head, yeah.
Wow.
Big valve head, cam, board. Yeah, it should be good.
What an incredible day it's been spending time with Robert, a true connoisseur of motorcycles. His passion and knowledge are truly inspiring. If you can, please show your love and appreciation for Robert in the comments below. Together we can encourage him to share his incredible skills with the world by filming these modifications for future videos. Until next time, safe riding.